Sveiki, laidos Saugumo DNR žiūrovai. Šiandien svečiuose turime ypatingą svečią, Vokietijos brigados Lietuvoje vadą, generolą Christophasį Huberį. Guten Tag, Herr Huber.
Ačiū kvietimą. Džiaugiuosi galėdamas būti čia. Thank you for really having me here today. It's really a great honor.
Thank you for showing your Lithuanian, and I tried to show my German a bit, but I guess it will be easier for us to speak in English for now.
I think your Vokietijos is really very good, but my Lithuanian is not good enough, so let's continue in English.
Let's agree to meet in a year, and I'll speak German, you'll speak Lithuanian.
I will try very hard.
Okay, let's see how it goes. But let's go to the questions. First question I have is personal for you. So how come did you finish in German brigade in Lithuania, and how is your connection to Lithuania?
I have a really connection, I would say, really by heart to Lithuania. I was the first enhanced forward presence battle group commander from Germany here in Lithuania, in Rukla in 2017. And since then, I never lost sight of Lithuania. In my profession as a military soldier, as an officer, I was always connected with the business of deterrence and defense in this very region. And now I'm here as the first brigade commander. But furthermore, I really have a lot of friends here in the Lithuanian military, Lithuanian society. I found them in 2017. We are really more than colleagues, we are friends, and I call Lithuania home, at least my second home.
Mm-hmm. By 2027, we are going to have 5,000 people in German brigade. Can you explain how much of those people are going to be army people, how many in administration, and are all those people are going to live in Lithuania? Are they on temporary mission? How is it going to work?
Yeah, it's really a very important question, and we will have 5,000 service members of the Bundeswehr here in Lithuania. It will be roughly 4,800 soldiers and 200 civilian service members, and the soldiers are really from the army. We are an army formation, a heavy mechanized armored brigade here for Lithuania with the Panzerbrigade 45 Litauen, and yeah, we are here on a permanent basis. So we are really here for several years. Really, many of us will bring their families to Lithuania, their spouses, their children. We will live in Vilnius and Kaunas with our families, and we'll have our really two major garrisons in Rudnike and in Rukla. And we are very thankful to the Lithuanian Armed Forces, to Lithuanian society for providing us with necessary infrastructure. But furthermore, we are in particular very grateful for the very warm welcome to us. Lithuanians were really great hosts, and we feel here, as I said, home.
Mm-hmm. We will speak about military equipment and infrastructure needed for the brigade, but first I would like to speak about those families who are going to move. We already heard in Lithuania that we don't have enough, for example, German-speaking teachers, and maybe we will have a German-dedicated school in Lithuania. What are the needs of the brigade, and is something done already?
Yeah, there's a lot of done. Our both nations, our both ministers of defense signed a roadmap, a Lithuanian-German roadmap in December 2023, and everything is outlined until the end of 2027 when we will reach final operational capability here in Lithuania. And we are very thankful to Lithuania for providing us the infrastructure. First of all, that's military infrastructure, and we will talk about it a bit later on, but also the civilian infrastructure, so schools, kindergarten, is also provided by Lithuania. However, the school system, we will bring our German school system here. We call them Auslandsschule der Bundeswehr, meaning schools of the Bundeswehr to Lithuania. We will be German teachers from our federal states coming to Lithuania in Vilnius and later on also in Kaunas. We will have our school system, so to say, here in Lithuania. And the same goes with kindergarten. We already have kindergarten classes in German language for our very young children here in Lithuania. And I speak a lot with the families of my soldiers, and I really can say, as I said, we feel home here in Lithuania, very warm welcome, and also the school is already running in a very good way, the kindergartens are running, so it's really, from my point of view so far, a really good story of success.
Mm-hmm. I hear that you say that German soldiers are happy how they are welcomed here in Lithuania, but is there anything we can improve for you to feel more welcomed or more like at home? Is there anything we can improve?
So there are really a lot of things we as German soldiers with our families are enjoying here. First of all, Vilnius, but also Kaunas, where are major European cities, and you can really find everything what you want to do here. For sure, there's a bit of challenge with the language. I would say Vokietijos is for sure not the easiest one, but Lietuviškai is also not so an easy language. And we have sometimes the challenge. For example, if you are going to a theater and it's in Lietuviškai, that's a bit a challenge. The good thing is you are very good in English everywhere here in Lithuania, and so we're going to the cinemas. It's not a problem to watch movies in English with some Lithuanian subtitles. That's really working. I would say a challenge is for sure to find work for our spouses who are coming with us to Lithuania. But there's a lot of efforts already undertaken by the Lithuanian government to make it easier to have a good start also for our families, also in the working environment. But we will see some challenges. However, the good thing is we are here as long as we are needed in Lithuania, because there is this threat by Russia. So we are long here as needed. We are here to stay as Lithuania wants us to stay here. And I'm sure on the way forward we will see some progress.
In Lithuania, we are complaining that we don't have enough connection by airports, and I guess German soldiers also wants to go often to visit their families. Do you have anything to say about our air connection? Should we improve more flights to Germany and different cities? Because we have flights to some cities, but not all Germany is covered.
There are already very good flight connections, in particular from Vilnius, the major airport, to German cities, Frankfurt, Munich, are really nearly on a daily basis, and for Frankfurt also several times a day. Normally we see flights, direct flights going on. So I think this is really a very good start, and we will see for sure an improvement over time, because we will have more German soldiers here. You said it, 5,000 service members of the Bundeswehr will be here on a permanent basis, and I'm quite sure that also the flight industry will adapt a bit, or the airlines will adapt to it, and we will see more flights coming up in the future, and that's a good development.
Last week, Spiegel wrote an article saying that there are some issues finding volunteers who would love to serve in Lithuania in the brigade. So, what are those issues? Why Germans they are not so keen to serve in Lithuanian brigade?
First of all, we are here, should be here in full strength by the end of 2027, as soon as the infrastructure is provided by Lithuania. And there's no doubt at the end, we as the German brigade will be fully operational capable here in Lithuania. We'll be a war-fighting capable brigade. Panzerbrigade 45 Litauen and its soldiers will fulfill its mission. There's no doubt at all. And we are at the moment in the recruitment process for these new units to be established, to move to Lithuania somewhere next year in 2027. So it's actually everything going according to the plan. We are still relying on volunteers for Lithuania. We are looking for them. And from my point of view, and when I speak with soldiers here in Lithuania already, it's very attractive to serve in Lithuania, because we have a really very clear mission. We are very warm welcomed by the Lithuanian people here in Lithuania. We will get the most modern German military equipment here for our service in Lithuania. So at the end, there's no doubt we will fulfill our mission. And as we speak, there's some information campaign ongoing in Germany. We will inform all the service members, in particular in the army, but also in the other services, about the possibilities here in Lithuania. And this is an ongoing process. And actually, from my point of view, I have no doubts. At the end, there will be a war-fighting capable German brigade, Panzerbrigade 45 Litauen, and we will fulfill our mission. And this is to defend every inch of NATO territory here in Lithuania. There's no doubt about it.
And how many German soldiers we have already in Lithuania?
We have in Lithuania now a total number of 1,800 members of the Bundeswehr under the command of the brigade here in Lithuania. We will I have additional 1,000 still in Germany, my mechanized infantry battalion 122, the armored battalion 203. We will move next year as soon as the infrastructure is ready, provided by Lithuania, to their new home in Rudnike. So the total strength of 2,800 German soldiers under the command, or soldiers under the command of Panzerbrigade 45 Litauen. And we will see a slight increase this year, but this is also according to the plan, because we are waiting for the big infrastructure to be ready in 2027. and it's crystal clear, as soon as the infrastructure is ready, the German troops will move to Lithuania.
So do I understand correctly, like all German soldiers that are now in Lithuania, they are voluntarily here or no?
Yeah, that's totally clear. We have only volunteers so far here in Lithuania, and we are under the command of Panzerbrigade 45 Litauen.
For the plan to be on time, physical infrastructure is very important. We know that what's on construction now. What can go wrong, or what issues can rise that the plan will not go according to deadline?
First of all, I, as a German officer, I'm really impressed how fast Lithuania is building infrastructure, how fast the construction is really ongoing. I had a great honor to be in Rudnica in December last year with your defense minister, and I was really impressed, and I just said wow, because it was really amazing, and for us it was unbelievable how fast the construction process is ongoing. However, it's also clear it's a huge infrastructure project, and there might be challenges upcoming. So far Lithuania is ahead of the timelines, and we are really very thankful and grateful for this. But we see now a very harsh winter, for example, in Lithuania. I think it's really, for us, from the German point of view, sometimes...
It's not normal for us as well.
It's really very cold. However, it's also very beautiful on the other hand. But if I'm looking from infrastructure development perspective on it, there might occur some challenges with it. We are impressed that Lithuania is still continuing to build up infrastructure despite the very harsh winter conditions. However, there might be some impacts also of the winter time. So there are challenges, but what makes me really confident at the end is that this project has so top priority in Lithuania, but also in Germany. In Lithuania, it's really from your head of state and government, from the Lithuanian president, down into the society. Everybody has subscribed to this project of having the German brigade here in Lithuania, and this makes me really very confident. Looking into the future, we will overcome all challenges.
Can you also explain how cooperation between German brigade and Lithuanian armed forces are going? What are you doing together?
Yeah, first of all, the Panzerbrigade 45 Litauen is part of the 10th Panzer Division of Germany. And this Panzer Division plays a crucial role also in the defense of every inch of NATO in this very region here in the Baltics, in particular in Lithuania. However, we are continuing to have a really very good and strong relationship with the Lithuanian land forces, in particular with Lithuanian armed forces in general. And for example, I will have a huge exercise ongoing in end of May and June here on Paprade training area. It's called Freedom Shield, and where major bulk of its forces are from the German Panzerbrigade 45. However, we are always also including Lithuanian soldiers into our exercise. Will be a Lithuanian company participating, and the same goes vice versa. Also, our units are participating in Lithuanian exercise, and it's very important because at the end we have a common mission here. The Panzerbrigade 45 Litauen, with its nations from Norway, Czech Republic, Croatia, Luxembourg, Belgium, and the Netherlands, but also US forces here, in particular the Lithuanian armed forces. We have a common mission, and this is to defend our shared values, our freedom here in Lithuania, and we are doing it together.
You, as a main person of the brigade these days, what's on your daily work agenda? What's the most priorities for you now?
So we just took over command over the multinational battle group Lithuania in a very nice and very good ceremony on 4th of February in Kaunas, but it was also very cold, I have to admit. And the week before, on 28th of January, I took over command over the two German maneuver elements, the Panzer Grenadier Battalion 122, Mechanized Infantry Battalion 122, and the Panzer Battalion 203, the Armored Battalion 203. And at the moment, it's really for me, I'm visiting the troops. The multinational battle group, I visited now already twice. I was in Germany with my Mechanized Infantry Battalion 122. I spoke with the soldiers, and I really have now a really very good and clear impression about the readiness we have. And we have a really good readiness. We got very, very good equipment, and we will be also ready to fulfill their mission. This is at the moment on my schedule, so it's a lot of travel for and back to Germany, here in Lithuania, to the multinational battle group. I think this is at the moment our top priority, really to get warfighting everything capable, and we are doing everything so that we are really ready to fulfill our task.
Preparedness for war or defending the region is not about soldiers and personnel, it's also about machinery, weapons, and all the hard things. So you are in Lithuania for a long time, and you saw our army and how it trains and what equipment do they have. What would you say, what Lithuanian armed forces would have to upgrade, I would say?
So, as you said, I was as the first enhanced forward presence battle group commander under the command of the Lithuanian Iron Wolf Brigade in Rukla. And I have really to say, this brigade is really it's a formidable fighting formation. They are really great, and I would say one of the strongest brigades I've ever had the honor to serve in. This is true not only for the Lithuanian Wolf Brigade. I'm sure this is really applying, and this is my impression, and many German soldiers are sharing this impression of the entire Lithuanian armed forces. This is really a very professional army, and they know their business, and it's a great honor for us on the German side to serve shoulder to shoulder with these dedicated soldiers of the Lithuanian armed forces. So first of all, and if I'm looking to equipment, yeah, there really a huge progress being made, and it's good that we are sharing also some equipment. If I'm looking to the Panzer Howitzer 2000, for example, used in the German military, but also in the Lithuanian military, and my Panzer Battalion 203, Armor Battalion 203, will have the most modern main battle tank in the world, the Leopard 2A8. And the good thing is, not only Germany will have it here in Lithuania, also the Lithuanian armed forces will have this main battle tank. And I think at the end we have interoperability, and that's very important from a military point of view. So we together will fulfill our mission, there's no doubt about it.
Actually, we just had with week in Vilnius conference about military mobility, and it was stressed the importance of the idea to have a pool of all machinery that NATO allies and European countries would share it, that the procedure to transporting one equipment to another country wouldn't be so hard, or legally there would be any obstacles. So how would you see, as military person, how those pools of sharing our equipment, how it's important for our safety and preparedness for war?
Yeah. To have secured and fast transportation ways, I think that's always important from a military point of view. And I would like to stick to the example of the main battle tank Leopard 2A8. Lithuania will use it with its own tank battalion here in Lithuania. My tank battalion will have this main battle tank. And the good thing is also Norway and the Netherlands, we are also buying this main battle tank. So also these nations will use the main battle tank Leopard 2A8 here in Lithuania. And this is from a military point of view. And this is for me as a military commander very important, the good thing. So we can share our knowledge about tactics, we can share our experience, we can share knowledge in every regard of what we had gained with this main battle tank. We will have the same spare parts, the same ammunition. So there's a lot of advantages of having the same main equipment, and I really can only say that's a good development.
How is the brigade integrated into NATO's regional defense plans?
Yeah. As I said, we are really a integral part of 10th Panzer Division from Germany. And this Panzer Division is has a total strength of more than 24,000 men and women serving in this division. And this division is for the defense of NATO's eastern flank in this very region, allocated to NATO. And so are we as the Panzerbrigade 45 Litauen. And as we speak, we are part of NATO defense plans for Lithuania, for this very region. And as I said, it's very important, because by doing so, we are defending Lithuania, the freedom of the Lithuanian people, but not only of Lithuanian people. It's also about the defense of Germany, the defense of our own population. We are doing it here in Lithuania, and it's really a common goal of all NATO allies. And the good thing is, stronger together, it really works here at NATO's eastern flank.
I hope and I understand that in Lithuania we already understand the message that Germany is bringing together with German brigade to Baltic countries, but is there any message that German brigade in Lithuania is bringing to our enemies?
I think the main message is we are standing together. We are stronger together as NATO, and we as Germany, but also Lithuania and many other NATO allies, we are serving together here in Lithuania. And there's no doubt of it. NATO is the strongest military defense alliance in human history. And there's also one message. Here stands NATO, no step further. We are here to defend every inch of NATO territory. We are defending our populations. We are defending our shared values, freedom, democracy, human rights. There's no doubt of it. NATO will fulfill its mission. NATO will secure NATO's eastern flank. We will defend our populations. We will make sure that we have the possibility to further prosper in freedom.
Mm-hmm. I think then politicians or even military personnel is in Germany, they can see situation in different eyes compared to then you are physically here in NATO's eastern flank. What would you say, what's our NATO's eastern flank most vulnerable spots? What we should focus most, us as a country, as society, as politicians?
Yeah, our unity is our strength, and I think this is the very important thing. We have to stick always together. We are sharing values, freedom, democracy, human rights, what I have said, and we really have to value these values because they are so important. And the good news is we are really doing it. I'm not going into any detailed plans because they are always secret and we are not sharing it. However, there should be no doubt NATO is able to defend in a 360-degree approach. It's the alliance, and we as the German military, as the Armored Brigade here in Lithuania, but many other allies, and in particular also Lithuanian Armed Forces, we are part of NATO, and we are always contributing to this approach, and we are making sure that we stay safe.
Mm-hmm. Talking about practical things and the training of the brigade, do you see and can you explain how the training would be changed because of what you see what's happening in Ukraine, how the war in Ukraine changes, how now army is training for possible threats?
Yeah. It's very important that we as military are not preparing for the war of the past. We should also not prepare for the war of the present. The big challenge for us is always to prepare for a possible war in the future. And therefore we are looking very carefully to the lessons identified and also the lessons learned of our really very tough soldiers, our Ukrainian brothers and sisters in arms who are defending not only their own nation, we are also defending us by their efforts against the awful Russian aggression, this ongoing war in Ukraine. And we are really looking as a German military, as the Panzerbrigade 45, but also as NATO, so all allies are doing it, to what we can see in Ukraine and trying to really get the best out of it. And where for sure what we see is we need still a mixture of capabilities. So we as an armored brigade, we need tanks, we need our mechanized infantry to protect the people, to defend every inch of our NATO territory, of the alliance. This is very important, but we also need the new capabilities. And this is obvious, we are talking a lot about it. It's the drones, anti-drones capabilities. And we are integrating these capabilities already in our exercises, in our training on the German side, but also other allies are doing it. And it's very important really to prepare for the war of the future. And we are doing it with every exercise what we have. And we will also do it during our Freedom Shield exercise in May, June here on Papata training area. We will see also these new capabilities integrated into the exercise because it matters, it's important. We are preparing for the possible war. This is our profession to really make sure here stands NATO, no step further. We know our profession.
Mm-hmm. When I was asking about the most vulnerable spots in eastern flank, so in Baltic countries we speak that it's air defense, and our budget for defense is growing and it's going to be quite big, but we cannot buy everything what we need. So how should be decided what's priorities? Because if we speak that air defense is our vulnerable spot, maybe we should focus on that.
So I'm an army commander. I'm the commanding officer of a heavy German armored brigade, Panzerbrigade 45 Litauen, and I can only talk on my responsibility, and it's very important that we also have air defense assets with us to protect the army formation, the maneuver elements, so that we are able to conduct maneuver warfare and at the end defeat any possible aggression against us. This is very important, and overall I think it's very important to see that we need all capabilities. It's not either or. At the end it's about everything. That's really the reality we are facing at the moment. So I would not say it's more important to have this one or this one. At the end, the air defense must work, but also we as army formations must be able to conduct our maneuver warfare. And at the end, we are able jointly to defeat any possible aggression against NATO.
I guess that's the biggest headache for such countries and in Lithuania, that we cannot buy in very huge volume, so we need to wait, then we cannot buy everything what we need. And if the war starts, of course, we're going to have the help of our allies, but how to win if you don't have unlimited money?
I think it's very important that what you have just said. It's really about NATO. It's about defending NATO territory here at NATO's eastern flank, and the allies are already here in Lithuania. So we have really the German brigade to be fully operational capable by the end of 2027, but we are already contributing with our 10th Armored Division decisively to the deterrence and defense efforts of NATO here in this very region. We have Norwegian troops here, the Netherlands are here, many other NATO allies, and as well the US forces. We are all present on Lithuanian soil, so it's about us, I would say, and we are NATO, and there's no doubt, we as NATO soldiers, we as German soldiers, part of NATO, we will fulfill our mission and defend the alliance.
I would like to come back to experiences of German soldiers in Lithuania and your personal experience. We as Lithuanians and our army, I'm sure, has to learn a million things from German army and your experience. Is there anything you can learn from Lithuanians?
Yeah, we can really learn.
Not language. Let's not talk about language.
The Tuiske as a language will be very tough for us to learn, and some of my soldiers are doing much better than I do. That's the good news. Yeah, for sure we can learn from Lithuania. But what I really highly appreciate is always how fast Lithuanians are reacting to any challenge they see and overcome the challenge. This is something what impresses me really sometimes. And looking really to my time when I served in the Lithuanian Iron Wolf Brigade, I really have to say it was really only professionals I met there, and it was really no second I have had any doubt that this brigade is not a good lead for us as me as a German battle group commander. This was really right from the beginning. I had this trust into the Lithuanian capabilities, into the Lithuanian officers, Lithuanian soldiers, but we are really very good ones, and we are together. We are stronger together, and this worked right from the beginning. Yeah.
And the last question for you, you have your air now. What is your message to Lithuanian people you would send?
First of all, really thank you so much that you are so great hosts and welcomed us as German soldiers, us as NATO allies, with our families here in Lithuania, in your villages, in your cities. And we really, I can only stress it, feel home already. And this is because of all of you, because you made it possible for us. You welcomed us by your heart. And the second message, you can rely on us. We as German soldiers, we will fulfill our mission. And this mission is crystal clear. We will defend every inch of Lithuania, every inch of the alliance, shoulder by shoulder with our Lithuanian sisters and brothers in arms of the Lithuanian military, with shoulder by shoulder with other NATO allies. There's no doubt about it. We will protect freedom. We will protect our shared values. There's no doubt about it.
Also, danke schön, Herr Huber.
Prašom.
Ačiū ir visiems žiūrovams, kad skirite laiko. Su jumis buvo laida Saugumo DNR. Susitiksime kitą savaitę.